So enough of the morose. So why don't we go check on my baby?
So, you're really going to trap Ronan this time around?
That's the plan. And afterwards, we're going to find a way to bring him back to the way he was.
That's amazing, Mime. I never thought it would be a spirit who'd end up helping me get him back. But I'm grateful.
You seem to be handling this a lot better already. You don't look scared of me anymore.
Well, I'm still a bit scared. But you've been nothing but nice to me, so I really shouldn't be so suspicious. It's just that my brother has always told me to stay far away from spirits. That they're dangerous. He never even let me enter the forest on my own.
That seems a bit...
I know. I didn't question it growing up, but now I can't help but wonder what made him so afraid. It might have something to do with my parents' death.
You think a spirit?
Oh, there goes that. There goes lightening the mood.
Ronan never wanted to talk about it, and I was very little, so I can't remember. But it would explain a lot, wouldn't it? Why he hated you all so much.
Kim, I'm sorry.
Huh? Why are you sorry? Even if it was a spirit who killed my parents, that has nothing to do with you. Talking with you, it's clear that my brother was wrong.
Attaboy, Kim.
Spirits are a lot like humans. Some are bad, but some are good too. Just because one spirit did a bad thing, doesn't mean that all of you are bad. Good spirits like you shouldn't suffer because some turned bad. That isn't right.
Kim...
I just noticed the time. I was supposed to pick up a package for the baker. Oh no, I gotta run. See you around, Mime.
Spirits are like humans, huh?
Yeah, there doesn't seem that much difference. I'm not gonna get annoyed. You seem to get along.
So...
You two seem to be getting along. Kim's really nice. It's a bit hard to imagine him and Ronan and being related, actually. Oh no. I was so excited to tell him about our plan, I didn't think to ask about his brother. Mine. Following the plan would be useful. You know, following the plan is the key element of the plan, right, Mime?
Come on.
That. This is just a minor setback. I'll hunt him down again in no time. Ugh. Crowd's kind of thick now. I'll find him though, don't worry. Oh, my baby. Mime rushes off.
Here, Michael. I have something for you.
A sweet roll? Mime. I didn't realize I was being such a bad influence on you.
I paid for this, unlike some people. It's just, after everything that happened with the library, you look like you could use something to cheer you up a little.
Was I really being that transparent? Or perhaps you are more perceptive than I gave you credit for.
Huh?
Thank you, Mime. And don't worry, I'll be fine. Besides, how could I not be? With such lovely friends looking out for me.
When you say it like that, you sound like you're gonna get yourself into more trouble.
Only good trouble, I promise.
Aw, I forgot that came back around. Is there any question as to why Mime is my absolute favorite character? And why she's my baby? Okay. So... now we go to Michael. It's about time we get to him. You walk down and into the Forgotten Library. I could have just stayed here, but still. It's easier to imagine how the place was once buzzing with life. Archivists walking amongst rows of bookshelves, working on their next big discovery. Now it's quiet, however, save for a single mage sitting on the floor, surrounded by piles of books. Are you building a fort?
So...
That's quite the fort you built yourself. Am I allowed inside? Michael looks up, startled by your voice. He looks a bit gaunt, and it's like something heavy is weighing on his mind. But it is easily masked by a smile. Indeed, I have built the greatest defense known to mankind. To enter the secret sanctuary, you need the proper password. Password? Please? Hey, please enter your fort, Michael? I could never deny you anything, sweetheart. Come on and take a seat. You sit down next to him, and Michael closes the book in his lap, tapping the cover with a finger. I've been searching for this place for years, which, granted, in the grand scheme of things, isn't really that long. But I'm still struggling with how, with this odd feeling of, what now? This collection is awe-inspiring. As all the libraries fell, survivors would have brought what they could here, gathering possibly the largest collection of historical records right under the Empire's noses.
Look.
He picks up a book from a pile and flips through it. This is a full record of heirs to one of the biggest noble houses in the central capital. Most of them illegitimate by the looks of things. Oh, or this one. He picks up another book. Who would have figured Zellos 2.0 was such a bookworm? An account of how an incompetent general accidentally ran his army through a quiet farming village during the conquest of the North. And a detailed description of the hoops the officials had to jump through in order to cover it up. They are all like this. He gestures to the massive collection around you. Rows upon rows of documented history. Detailed accounts of crimes and corruption, the very worst and best of humanity gathered on dusty old pages. So what happens now? So what happens next? What will you do with it all? Besides your breaking voice? That's the question of the century, isn't it?
I could live 1,000 lifetimes and not fully understand everything within this library. I came here to find proof. Something that would reveal the corruption of the Empire. But this? The truth is what I expected. That the system is riddled with corruption and pain. And they knew. Everyone knew and did nothing.
That's a sprite you don't see too often with him.
I always believed the more I knew, the closer I'd be to a solution. But I only feel despair.
All knowing does get you closer to a solution. You just got to figure out what the solution is. All trial and error from there. He chuckles, running a hand down his face. You never seen Michael like this. Defeat.
I guess in the end,
Defeated.
Rune was right. I would not find what I seek in this place. No gratification. No righteous justice. Just more darkness. Gathering dust.
This isn't like you.
Hold on.
It isn't like you to give up like this. Oh, how would you know? How well do you actually know me, Metis? We humans tell our children that the world can be changed by heroes. That is a lie. The world isn't easily changed by anyone. History is a loop insistent on repeating itself. Only if you don't learn from it. And once you see that loop, you can either live that life in frustration, screaming at the top of your lungs the truth to the people who don't want to hear it. Or you could just accept the world isn't going to change and move on. Wouldn't that be more frustrating then? Yeah, sorry, I'm not changing my opinion on this. Don't give up on the world.
Michael.
If you try to carry the world on your shoulders, then of course you're going to collapse under the strain. But that doesn't mean you should just drop everything on the floor instead. You're capable of you're capable of I am ruining the scene. You are capable of changing things. Everyone is. It might just be a small thing, like saving a single book like in a huge library, but it's still better than doing nothing.
Oh, really?
Better than doing nothing, huh? He stares at the book in his lap again. One lie. If I could expose just one, then that would be a start. Picking one out of among all this might be a challenge in itself. It will take time. And I'll be here. I'll be here whenever you decide.
Thank you.
Thank you, friend. That means a lot. Of course, all of these musings are not worth much unless we succeed in the task at hand. Quinn is a lovely person. I would hate to see anything bad happen to them. She is a lovely person. And as for Ronan, I still wonder what his connection to this place is. If his plan all along was to steal the spirit locket here, then he must have been aware he needed both blood and your locket to enter. The locket he could steal, but the blood? I'll have to check in on something. Okay, I should get back as well.
Okay.
Very well, I should get back to things as well. Let's both do our best, yes? See you around, Metis. He walks off and disappears deep into the library. You leave too.
I'm sorry, Michael. I fear I offended you with my previous comments.
You? Offensive? Caden, you're about as offensive as free cake with your drink.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing. What I mean is, I'm afraid my earlier comments came across as me suggesting you were hiding behind your smile.
Well, yes. That is the truth, after all.
You... what?
I didn't expect you to pick up on it, though. You are more perceptive than I gave you credit for, friend.
But why, though? What is it you wish to hide?
There are many things in life better handled with a smile, even a fake one. For what it's worth, I usually don't have to do so around you and our other friends.
That, I'm glad to hear. Now, you mentioned cake?
Picked up on that as well, did you? To the tavern.
Lead on, my friend.
Cake is always good. Anyway, before we get to that scene and alchemy practice, I am going to save, and I am going to have to leave you guys for just a second. Sorry about that. You know the deal. Okay. Moving on. You find Victoria in the alchemy shop together with Elizabeth.
So, it is you, then? The spirit alchemist?
The people never were that creative picking names for their so-called heroes.
Oh, I think the name Spirit Alchemist sounds kind of cool.
It's such an honor. You were knighted before all the paragons. They gifted you a silver chalice, the highest award for military service.
And it makes for a fine paperweight, but isn't worth much else.
I kind of love that. She gets an award that's a silver chalice and she just uses it as a paperweight. It meant so little to her.
I don't understand, but why are you here? You could be the highest ranking officer on the continent, and maybe even petition to be a paragon yourself.
Don't fool yourself, Victoria. I might not be a mage, but anyone who has been as close to magic as I would never have been allowed into the inner circle of the capital.
But
the world is a complex place, Victoria dear. I have many reasons for being here, much like you have your own reasons for being in Alithia's employ instead of with the demon hunters.
Victoria leaves the shop, shooting you an odd look on her way out.
Ah, here for some more training.
Seems like you've got a fan.
I wonder.
Didn't think I'd ever see the day where Victoria was acting starstruck. Her admiration is misplaced. I don't know, I still think you're kind of a badass. I'm no hero, despite what the Empire may have said.
If just...
Yes, I'm so sorry for all of this. When I took you in as my apprentice, I had to put that life behind me. I never wanted for you to be tangled up in any of that. I understand.
Okay.
You did things you're not proud of. You didn't want to bring it up. It's okay, Elizabeth. I understand. This doesn't change my opinion of you. You're still my teacher. Metis? You're just...
Thank you, dear.
Your teacher clears her throat and straightens up. Anne tells me that you managed to tap up into the demon and spirits during your fight with Ronan last night. This is good. Your skills have progressed much faster than I could have hoped. With this, you'll be able to create potions that are exclusive to a spirit alchemist. Oh boy, we're getting here. I didn't think this was coming yet. I thought this was his next chapter. Though I must warn you, using such volatile energy can be quite dangerous if not handled correctly. Can I use them to protect Quinn?
I wonder.
Would any of these potions be useful for protecting Quinn?
Yes.
Very much so. I believe it would be wise to start by teaching you how to make protective wards. With your new abilities, you should be able to make strong enough to keep even Ronan at bay. However, I'll need you to check in with Quinn and pick up more ingredients. Oh boy, I forgot. I thought we had all the ingredients. I'll go right away.
I'll do it.
Okay, I'll go right away.
Thank you, dear.
Once you return, I'll teach you how to use these new powers of yours. As hopefully without ruining the shop. And no more banter, it seems. Hey, Quinn!
Welcome back.
What can I do for you? More ingredients, please!
I wonder.
Elizabeth is going to help me brew some wards for your shop. But we need ingredients. And please don't tell me I gotta do side quest stuff. Can you help?
Oh, you'll love this.
Of course, I'll get these for you right away. That should be everything. Here you go. What? No fetch quest? I want to do that.
So...
You sure I don't have to travel to the mines or deep into the forest for an ingredient you don't have in stock? That has been happening a lot lately, hasn't it? Don't jinx it. Time to go.
I'll be off then.
I should go and get to work on some potions then. Okay, Metis.
Take care.
Ah, Quinn's such a great character.